By the end of 2024, XRP could be worth as much as $1,650 to $2,900. It is rising very quickly. Get ready for a big break with your money. These claims are not only false, they are based on a big event, the end of an XRP ETF. Take a look at this. BlackRock is a big financial business that made a Bitcoin ETF that did very well. They are now applying their great track record to XRP, where almost every ETF plan they've sent has been successful. Everything changes now that BlackRock is in XRP, but there's more. BlackRock isn't the only one making noise. Grayscale is now a part of the game as well. They have not only called for an XRP ETF, but they have also added XRP to the list of cryptocurrencies they hold. XRP and Ripple Labs are becoming more important in the world of international business. Hello, you're back at the place where you can learn everything about XRP. Let's quickly catch up before we get to the meat of today's post. Could you please do me a favor? To join our great group, just tap the like, subscribe, and bell buttons. Also, let me let you know, before we reach 60,000 members, we'll be giving away a lot of XRP. To join the giveaway is very simple. Do these 3 simple things, so get ready and pay attention. Don't forget to leave a money side code in the comments if you want to be in the giveaway. Let's check out what's new in the interesting world of XRP. BlackRock has a great track record when it comes to approving ETFs. This is clear when you look at the numbers more closely. BlackRock's move into cryptocurrencies and Web 3.0 changes the way standard banks think about digital currencies in a big way. BlackRock manages more assets than any other company in the world. The fact that they have almost always approved ETFs shows how well they understand the stock market. Don't forget that BlackRock has an amazing 99.8% approval rate for ETFs. This makes them the strongest ETF company in the world. Take a look at the big picture. JP Morgan and BlackRock are 2 big banks that have not only been looking at XRP, but they have also been buying it. Lots of news stories, including a new paper, say that these big companies have put more than 7.5% of their entire wealth into XRP. A recent story that was carefully read even gave the impression that BlackRock might be shifting all of its attention from Bitcoin to XRP. This would mean a big change in how they spend their money. People are becoming more interested in XRP, as shown by this move. This makes the idea of a BlackRock-backed XRP ETF more possible than ever. Things get even more interesting now, though. There is a new character in the XRP story. The XRP ETP is something that's cool. Somebody made this ETP, but no one knows who they are. It's an important step towards an ETF. The XRP ETP is said to have been released, but it's still in the pre-release phase and doesn't have any value yet. It should be made public soon. There's more. Some people think that an XRP ETF could be released at the same time as the ETP. It makes sense to share these at the same time, and it also shows how quickly work is going on the ETF. It might come out right after a Bitcoin ETF. It's important to remember that Bitcoin went from $0 to $43,000 before its ETF started. This means that XRP has a lot of potential. When XRP's ETF comes out, its value could go through the roof, reaching $1,650 or even $2,500. Pay attention. This isn't as crazy as it sounds. An XRP ETF will be possible in just a few weeks, since the XRP ETP is already live. A big name in finance called Fidelity has made the exchange-traded product for XRP public. A lot of people don't know this. This means that the start of an XRP ETF is coming up very quickly. The Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States is likely to give its okay soon. We even talked yesterday about a new piece that came. out. A report from BlackRock that said an XRP ETF might be coming soon was leaked. This story showed that XRP was going to be filed as an ETF. It got even more exciting when a top BlackRock expert said in public that BlackRock will start an ETF just for XRP. In an ATF report, they even talked about the Issuresk Trust. It wasn't clear to me at first, but I checked it out and sure enough, it's on the Delaware list of companies. There has been a big change in the market for XRP recently, maybe even bigger than the changes we saw with Bitcoin's ETF. This new development has made everything different. A new study shows that the world of crypto has changed in a big way. Big companies are getting into cryptocurrency, as seen by the fact that BlackRock and JP Morgan have both bought more than 7.5 million XRP. Keep a lot of XRP, use the XRP system in your business, and most importantly, move forward with the public start of an XRP ETF. BlackRock is the leader in this area. A lot of people think BlackRock will agree to the XRP ETF. This is something they've done almost every time. There are too many words to describe how much the value of an XRP ETF changes. Here's why a goal price of $9,831 for XRP makes sense. Even though it seems high at first, a lot of important things are about to happen. If you think about how much XRP is, you can see how it is about to become a big player in the world's debt trades. The ISDA is the main force behind the XRP system, which can handle between $1.8 and $1.3 quadrillion. At the same time, all of the BRICS countries, including Saudi Arabia, are adding the XRP platform to their systems. The XRP system is also being used by the Republic of Palau to build its own digital currency for its central bank. It makes sense that the value of each XRP coin would go through the roof since there aren't many of them and a lot of people want them. These days, this subject is getting a lot of attention. Some people think that the way I feel about XRP is only a dream. Okay, so maybe they're right. But let me say this, I really want to agree with this. I light it up and roll it up into a big ball while I take a deep breath. That's some really strong stuff. Hope is really important to me. When things are bad and you're barely holding on, it keeps you going. It's okay if you don't believe in hope and think it's all just foolish talk. That doesn't bother me in any way. I live by the phrase, let's lift each other up. We don't want to just throw pieces into space, so anything less feels like that. We're here to make things calm down. Also, since we're talking about good things, I love how interesting the talks are and how hard everyone's ideas are. It really challenges your thoughts. There was a good point made about groups and XRP. Obviously, they don't need to buy XRP. You could also rent it. It's an interesting thought, isn't it? I had a cool thought.